Hello, I'm Hannah Wallace and welcome to Finextra TV. Today we're in Dubai for the SunTech Confluence 2019, where the theme is Digital at the Core. With me now is the guest speaker, world-renowned futurist and international best-selling author, Brett King.
Thank you, Hannah.
Hello, Brett. It's good to meet you. Thank you for speaking with us.
You're welcome.
And now I'm going to talk to you about your predictions for the future of banking. But before I do, and coming to the theme of the event, Digital at the Core, what does it mean to you and why is it so important in today's world?
If you look at how banking is evolving, technology is reframing banking in our world so that we will expect banking services to be delivered in real time, when and where we need it. So as that happens, the core competency to be good at having banking in this world is technology and digital. So you won't be able to survive being just good at banking. In fact, the core skill will be digital and technology capability. So I look for that in the structure of organizations, these days. Is the CEO a digital guy? Is the exco got rich technology experience? Does the board have technologists on it? That's really important. Instead of sort of saying, well, we had this guy started in the branch 30 years ago and he's come up and now he's the CEO. I think that's our way of thinking.
So you're looking at the team as just as much as the technology?
Team, culture, and delivery execution capability, sure.
All right, and you're someone who's watched the disruption of banking from a close quarter and indeed been part of it. So how far have banks come, and would you say they're transforming radically enough?
I think in Bank 4.0, where I wrote about this, I was looking at what is the mechanisms for change in the industry. And if you look historically, the most disruptive innovations in history have had something in common, and that's this first principles design approach where you really have radical thinking that reforms industries. The iPhone is a good example. It didn't take the Nokia banana phone or the Motorola Flip and improve on those devices. It created something new, and now every phone essentially looks like an iPhone. So when I looked at China, for example, with the mobile payments architecture, Ant Financial, Alipay, Tencent WeChat, and how the mobile payments ecosystem was emerging there, many in the West initially sort of classified it, oh, that's QR codes for payments instead of plastic or a magstripe or a chip. But actually now we've seen it's facial recognition and very low latency mobile optimized payments. And that's why China did 22 trillion in mobile payments last year, more than all the plastic card payments in the world. That's a good example of that first principles thinking. So the products we used to have in the branch and we would deliver in that mechanism, they don't actually fit very well in that digital world. And that's that redesign that's sort of happening. So it takes some very creative thinking to deconstruct yourself or challenge yourself in that way. And
finally, how do you envisage banking in, say, 2030? Do you think there are too many banks? Do you think they can all coexist together?
Look, there's definitely going to be consolidation. We're going to see more tech players come in. We're going to see fintechs grow up to be unicorns and dominate in some of their spaces. We're going to see fintechs and banks merge together. We're going to see consolidation, roll-ups like we saw with BB&T and SunTrust in the US recently. So there's no one answer to that, except that I think there will be less banks traditionally, but there'll probably be more diverse organizations doing banking, primarily because the future is banking embedded in the world around you, when and where you need it. So if you take the core utility of the bank, from a retail perspective at least, it's the ability to safely store money, the ability to safely move money, and the ability to access credit. So we'll reframe that core utility through technologies like voice-based smart speakers, the voice-based AI, smart glasses in a few years and things like that. But banking will be with you whenever and wherever you need it. And that will take a whole ecosystem of different players to deliver that.
Fascinating. Well, Brett, thank you for your insights. It's been a pleasure.
You're very welcome.
And thank you for watching.